because when he was leaving, I grabbed his hat off his head and I said, "Oh, Billy, I don't want you to leave." He goes, "I gotta go, you gotta give me my hat back." And I said, "But I love you." He said, "I love you too." And I gave him his hat back. But what happened was, the next week was Easter, and he was supposed to come and visit us on Easter Sunday. But at midnight, a little bit after midnight, on Easter Sunday, a police officer came to our door and told me I'd never see my brother again. I want to question you. How do you treat people? How do you treat people? What's the last thing you said to your brother or sister? What's the last thing you said to a student, another student in your class? Have you said anything nasty, or have you said all good? Are you saying good things? Are you saying good things to people? Because I'll tell you what, I cherish that memory. That's the last conversation I had with my brother. And I'll tell you what, we never did it before. I'd never been able to tell my brother I loved him. I just knew I loved him, and I knew he loved me. And so that's what I wanted to share. It was very much an experience that has changed my life. I'm going to share a story with you about a little boy named Timmy. His mom was a good person, but she wasn't a good mom. Reason being, her background, I don't know what it was. He was in kindergarten at the time when I went to school to read a story to the class. As I read the story to the class, I saw them pushing this little boy around in the classroom. And it was my son's class at the time, by the way. And this little boy was being shoved and pushed, and they were telling him to get away from him. And I looked and I said, "Is there a problem?" And they said, "I don't want him to sit by me." And I said, "Could you come up here?" And I said, "Will you sit on my lap?" And they all looked at me like I was insane. And I said, "Would you help me turn the pages as I read this book?" And I had this little boy on my lap. Now this little boy wasn't clean. This little boy had not been bathed. This little boy had very dirty clothes on, and as a matter of fact, I think he slept in them. Or maybe there's just issues in their home that they can't take care of him properly. Maybe they don't know how. I said, "But does that make Timmy a bad person?" "No, Mom." I said, "Okay, well, I want you to think about that." And the next day, my son came home from school and he said, "You know what? I made friends with Timmy today. Mom, we played on the jungle gym outside." And he said, "I had so many kids come like, 'Why are you playing with Timmy?' And he said, 'Because he's a nice boy.' He said, 'Mom, he's really nice. He's really nice, and he's a lot of fun. He's actually funny.'" I said, "Well, that's good." You know, at the end of the week, and my son came home and he was crying. Timmy wasn't in school that day. And my son said to me, "Mom, Timmy got hit by a car. He died." That's the first death my son had to deal with. And he begged me to take him to the funeral home to show him Timmy. I didn't think I wanted to do that, but he did. So I took him to the funeral home, and we walked up to the casket where Timmy was laying. And my son looked at him and he said, "Mama, Timmy's had a bath, and he has brand new clothes on." I want you to think about that. I'm not going to expound on that. How do you treat people? How do you treat people? Another story. Jackson, a young man who came into my car. I used to take kids back and forth to school, to high school, junior high, high school. And I drive them to school every day and bring them back home. And Jackson was one of my kids that I drove. And one day he got in my car and he told me a little bit of his background, and he told me that his dad committed suicide a year before, and that his mom was having a problem with drinking. And I told him, I said, "Well, I'm here for you if you need anything." Well, he got in my car one day and he goes, "My mom quit drinking for a whole month." And I'm like, "Yeah, awesome." He goes, "But last night when I went home, she was on the couch and she was laying drunk." He goes, "And I'm so mad at her. I wish she wouldn't have drank because she was doing so good, and now she messed it all up, and now she's doing it again." And I looked at him and I said, "Jackson, wait a minute. You said your mom quit for a whole month? When you go home tonight, why don't you say to your mom, 'Hey, Mom, you made it 30 days. How about 31? How about trying for 31 this time, Mom?' How about encouraging her? Because when she hears you say that you know she can do it, she might just do it." I had the opportunity to meet many, many challenges. You see, when I was 15 years old, how many of you are 15? God bless you. You know what? I was pregnant. I had a baby at 16, girls. You're not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. Life wasn't ready for that, but you know what? I kind of like this. What is this? Come on, somebody say it. $5 bill, right? Sounds like a $5 bill, don't it? It's $5. $5, it's got value. It's worth $5, okay? What's this? $5 bill. It's got a little more value than the last one I just showed you. There's a difference between this $5 bill and that other $5 bill. This one's older, but that's not why it's more valuable. It's a silver certificate. So it's got a value of about $6.50. $1.50 more than this one. But if I took this to the store to spend it, it'd only be $5 worth. Now, if I took it to somebody who collected money, it'd be worth $6.50, and they'd give me more for this than this. We're each like that $5 bill. We have value. But some of us have something inside of us that's worth more. And that's who you are. My choice, no matter what I have had to handle in my lifetime, I have chosen to share it. Just like this. If I open this box, there's some real good stuff in here. Grandma used to she'd get a box of this, and it was her gift. Somebody would give her a box of candy, and she'd wait till I came over, and then she'd open it, and then she'd share it. And she'd let me have the first piece. I could have whatever piece I wanted. And I'd say to her, Grandma, why don't you take your piece first? And she said, no, you go right ahead. I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. It was her gift. She should have been able to pick the first piece. But she let me. And when she let me do that, she taught me something. Her gift, but she gave me the first selection out of her gift. I have much to give. You have much to give. We have much to give. Now, there's another box here. And what I have in here is a gift. But when I open it up, this is all about you. This box represents you. You've made a commitment. Had I not had my grandma in my life would have been a lot different. Had I not been there for Jackson, his life would have been a lot different. Had my son not been there for Timmy, his life would have been a lot different. Had you not been here today, your life would still go on. But may it, I pray, that it made a difference. That something I said, that something I shared with my gift that I gave you has an impact on what you do from here on out.